Hey everybody, Brent here at FiveStar Comic-Con in Dayton, Ohio, and I am here with comic book artist Darryl Banks. Darryl, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. So obviously you're a comic book artist. I see you've got the Green Lantern there. I see you've got some Joker covers, but before we talk about that, let's talk about what first got you into comic books.
I've enjoyed comics since I was a child. Growing up on your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I just absolutely love Spider-Man. But even before that, I mean, I liked a lot of like Popeye comics and a lot of the Harvey comics, like Casper and Hot Stuff and stuff like that. Just the whole medium, where words and pictures. Loving to draw as a kid. I think all kids love to draw, but I never outgrew it. So I think that's when I was bitten by the comic book bug, even as a child.
Okay, very very cool. So then let's fast forward a little bit. So when did you decide you wanted to be? I know you said the bug never left. So when did you decide, okay, I want to pursue this as actually something as a career or something that I can do?
That happened, I would say, maybe senior year of high school.
Okay.
Giving it some thought. But even then, this was back in the 1800s. The internet didn't exist. I had no idea how comics were even done or anything. I would say once I was finished with college, I really wanted to start finding out more information and pursuing it as far as travel, going to conventions, that sort of thing. But I would say it was in high school when it was something where I really wanted to see, is it even possible? But not being able to travel much, it was just one of those floating over my head, like, it would be nice if I could find out how that's done. But until then, I'll just continue to train and practice to draw, that sort of thing. Now, I went to college, but not for comics. I went to college. I got my degree in illustration and advertising. Which really helped me with my graphic design and commercial arts, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So, what was your first comic book job?
My debut, 1989. That was with Innovation Comics. It was a painted book called Cyberpunk.
Okay.
It was supposed to be watercolor, ended up being mixed media.
Oh.
And then shortly thereafter that, started just doing more exclusively just pencil work.
Okay.
I worked on a book called Justice Machine.
Okay.
For the same company. And then, I was doing independent comics for about half a decade after that.
Okay. Now I see that you've got some DC. Are these? Did you do the cover or did you do the whole book?
This is a combination.
Okay.
This was a cover. This is a story inside of it here in Green Lantern 600.
Okay.
But during my run on Green Lantern, I did covers and interiors.
Okay.
Well, pencil interiors.
Wow.
I worked with inkers and colors and all that good stuff.
Okay. How did that process of getting with DC, how did that come about? Did they call you? Did you interview?
I inundated them with samples over and over and over again.
Okay.
See, back in the 80s, Marvel Comics, DC Comics, they would actually send you a rejection letter.
Wow.
They don't do that now. I mean, they used to set up at every convention you could think of. Now, I can't remember the last time I saw a DC or Marvel booth. But I would show my samples and try to get some feedback. And then even after I was published in the Indies, I was still getting rejected by them. But my first work with DC was, let's see, I can't remember the issue number. But they were trying different up-and-coming artists on an annual, Legion of Superheroes. So they liked my work, and it kind of turned into some more fill-in work.
Okay. All right. Who is your favorite character that you've drawn?
Out of the Legion or period?
I guess period, yeah.
Oh, I guess got to go with Kyle Rayner.
Kyle Rayner.
Got to go with Kyle Rayner. Sure.
Okay. Okay, and is that the series that you worked on with DC for the art for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it was the 90s, and change was in the air. We had the death of Superman, Batman with a broken back. It was everything had to change or adapt or else. And so with Kyle, it was a thing where they wanted to start fresh, try a different approach, and it was I was tasked with designing him. And even with the previous Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, he became known a character called Parralax. And so I had to design him, and I also came up with his name. So it was one of those things where when I first came on the book, I just thought I was just doing, standard Hal Jordan stories.
Okay.
But that was the whole problem. They're like, we're done with standard Hal Jordan. We're going to be shaking things up a lot, controversially. So is that a word? Controversially?
Sounds good.
But then so many books were taking things in a drastic direction. The industry was kind of demanding it. We had the rise of Image Comics. Like I said, change was in the air. I've said that so many times, but that's really what it felt like.
Wow. Okay. What would you say to someone that would love to be a comic book artist? I guess in today's world, like how would they get started? How would they, connect with someone like a Marvel or DC? What advice would you give?
Breaking in now, it's never been easy, but I would say you will find out there's not one way to do it.
Okay.
Even when I did it, it was different. Everyone's story seemed to be a little bit different. Some people knew people, some people didn't. I knew no one.
Wow.
Any kind of pursuit, and I feel like this really pertains to anything that you want to do in life. You'll find out, do you like it or do you love it? Because pursuing something creative in a freelance capacity, you'll discover it can be heartbreaking because I put myself into my work. So when I faced rejection, it felt like they were rejecting me. Wow. But it was something I love to do. And the one advice I would give anyone who's pursuing this is that the number one thing I would tell any up-and-comer is that learn to relax. Because pursuing this can be very stressful, and I feel like with the advent of social media, you'll find discouragement will be in high supply. It's everywhere you look. I mean, with things going on in the world today, there's so many things that just have you on edge. But with art, it can be very relaxing. So don't forget that. Don't forget why you fell in love with bringing images to life. Even if you're on a journey to improve, still learn to just kind of don't take yourself too seriously. Take your pursuit serious, but don't take yourself too seriously where you forget this is fun. Chances are if they were kids, they did it for fun. Don't lose that. Don't lose that. And if you fall in love with that journey, you will get better because you'll be doing it. We tend to repeat things we enjoy doing.
Right.
So if you really enjoy that journey, you'll get better. You'll improve. You'll be willing to make the adjustments.
Well, thank you very much. That's great advice. If people want to follow you, where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, very good. Just search your name, Darryl Banks?
You'll find me.
All right, awesome. And then today is Father's Day, so you are a father, correct?
Yes, I am.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And what advice would you give to dads out there?
Dads, don't forget, even if the kids don't always tell you, they love you, and you definitely love them. It's a blessing to be a father, and so never forget. No matter how old the kids get, you'll still need to be able to give them your unconditional love and support because it'll be worth it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and have a great day.
You too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was amazing.